Hello, welcome back to Keeping It Real. I'm getting ready to try this new Polar hair color in red. It is supposed to be clean and all natural. A friend gifted it to me. Normally I just use light auburn, which just blends in with my natural hair color, but because I am middle-aged, I am going gray. But normally that is my go-to. It's just a light auburn color. So this, I've watched a few videos. There's very few on. In fact, I think there's only 3 featuring this red color, and it's an already pre-mixed color, which that's the beauty of it supposedly, and I do love that, so I'm excited about that. I'm just hoping that it doesn't give Bozo the Clown vibes, but it is only temporary. It will wash out and blend in with your natural hair color, it said, and it will cover stubborn grays, which is awesome because I have that. But you're supposed to leave it on for 10 minutes, but for stubborn grays, longer. And the few videos that I already watched says 30 minutes. So that is what I'm going to do. They say on the back 2 to 3 pumps, but for this length of hair and what I have watched online with other videos, it says half the bottle. So we will see. This is medium length hair, and they said probably about 30 pumps. So that is what we're going to do, and I'm going to take you along with me. So thanks. If you've made it this far, thanks, and I hope you'll continue watching this video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so for more hair care videos. Okay, the color is not as light and red as I thought, so this is actually a good sign. That is what it looks like. It appears that the developer is also already in there mixed in, so make sure you shake it well. So as suspected, I did use half of the bottle for my medium length, just past the shoulders length of hair. And now I'm going to let it actually sit for 20 minutes, I think. It applied a lot darker than I thought, so we will see. Still hoping that it won't be Bozo the Clown, and hopefully it is nice fall vibe winter color. So stay tuned. All right, it's been 22 minutes, so I'm going to rinse this out in the shower, and I will be right back. All right. All right, it took me about maybe 7 minutes to rinse it all out, and it's still, as you can see, dripping a little bit. A light staining, but I'll use a magic eraser to get rid of that. Now, it says you don't need to shampoo or conditioner after you rinse it out, but your hair, like every other video that I watched, they were not kidding. Your hair will feel like straw. It'll feel squeaky clean, like you've scrubbed your body with Coaster Dial a dozen times. So I just used this Madison Reed color protecting conditioner that I already had on hand, but I would just, if I didn't have that, I would just use a good dollop of any conditioner that you are already using and put that on your head. I'm going to let it sit for about 2 minutes and then rinse it out. There we go. Freshly rinsed, freshly conditioned, and now we're going to give myself a blowout. Dang, it looks like it didn't cover all the gray that I had right there. User error. I probably just didn't. I mean, I left it on a full 22 minutes. Maybe I should have left it 30 minutes. Next time I will. So let's just see how this turned out before I give myself that blowout. Wow, okay. To me, it looks like the same exact color when I actually color my hair with light auburn. And like for the first few days, it's a solid, really saturated red. Gosh, that's gorgeous. I hope it doesn't lighten up too much once it's dry. And as far as the towel that I used, it just stained like a very little bit. And to be fair, any hair color that is red usually does stain your towels. It does, in my experience, come out in the wash. So now let's just blow it out with a blow dryer, and I'll show you that after. And this is the after. I find it to be a little dry, even though I conditioned it, guys. So I will be putting a serum in it now. And before I blow dried it, I just used this Sol Janeiro heat protectant spray. Any heat protectant spray will do, but this is how it looks. I'm very happy with the color. It's very similar to what I usually use, and I will get back into the bathroom and do a turnaround picture so you can see the back. All right, here it is, all blown dried out, and I used Gazoo oil, which I already put away, but I will leave it in the description if you want to check it out, window shop. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. Let me turn around so you can see the back, hopefully. Okay, that is the back. Again, I am a fan. I will definitely be using it again. I really love it a lot. I'm gonna put some curls in it now. All right, so I'm just doing a few curls. I was too generous with the oil, so they're not really holding a curl, but to be fair, my hair generally doesn't ever hold a curl. So yeah, we're just adding a little wave. All right, that is how the curls came out. I'm gonna take you over to the natural light in front of my window, but this is just a full bathroom lighting, but you could really see the true bright auburn color that it turned out. I am definitely a fan. I will definitely be using this again. And I also have in this brand the Polar Hair Care Revitalized Growth and Strength Hair Conditioner, and I will be doing another video, a full length video on how this is. It's a dark creamy brown color, like a bronzing self tanner, which had me a little scared too, but you know what? Trial and error, it's okay. If you don't like something, you could just change it. It's no big deal. I also have another video. These are future 2 videos, and I'm holding myself accountable by mentioning them. I have this vintage 1993 Love My Eyes Trio eyeshadow. I used to have this same palette back in the early 90s, and I don't think this brand is still in circulation. This is a new old stock, and I will be using it. So stay tuned for those 2 videos. Now let's go over to the window. All right, here is the end result one more time in front of my window. So this is natural light. Of course, in the sun, it's gonna look even killer. But I am so excited over this color. I'm definitely a fan. Again, it's Polar Hair Color, one and done, it's pre-mixed, and I will link it in the description if you wanna window shop. And thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.